hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Friday Night Hangout. Yes. I'm excited to welcome you to another exciting episode. And tonight we're going to be having a very interesting conversation on self awareness. Oh my goodness. This is another interesting one, right? So, how has your week been and the day? Mine has been very productive, very long, but I'm always glad to hang out with you every Friday. So welcome. If this is your first time enjoying this show, I am Joy Onyeso, your host of the Friday Night Hangout. And here we have very frank topical conversation on real life issues that can help you grow your personal or business brand. So you're in the right space. And hey, stay with us. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be doing some reflection, retrospection, what do you call it? But it's going to be fun, right? So get your writing materials, your note taking materials, and I want you to find that comfortable space where you can just breathe, reflect, take notes, especially actionable content you want to implement right away. Because this is one of the key things of the Friday Night Hangout. We bring to you actionable content, something you can implement right away. Now, let's come back to the conversation on self awareness. When you're asked to introduce yourself, perhaps you went to a conference and you're networking, and someone said, "Please, can I meet you?" Beyond telling the person your name, how do you introduce yourself? How do you let the person know more about you? If you're in a relationship, how well do you know yourself? I'm asking these questions because on the key to growth, whether you're talking about business growth, personal growth, any kind of growth, professional growth, lies in you understanding who you are. It's profound, right? How well do you know yourself? Oftentimes, some people are afraid to spend time with themselves. And the only way you can really get to know yourself is if you give yourself the permission to meet you. Just as you like to hang out with me every Friday night, you like to hang out with your friends, you like to party with them, you also need to form that habit of getting to spend time with yourself. This is very critical because it enables you to understand your feelings, your values and motivations. It enables you to know what triggers you. It enables you to get to meet you. If you do not know your feelings, if you do not know the kind of emotions you have, how then do you get to deal with them? If you do not understand what motivates you intrinsically and extrinsically, how then do you get to play full out? So these are very critical things about yourself that you need to get to know. So some people say, "Oh, that's how I am." And I will say, "No, that's not how you are." Because maybe you have not spent time to get to know you. And so you take whatever behavior you see as you. But when you get to interrogate those behaviors further, some of the patterns you see in your life, you'll be amazed at what you find out about yourself. And for some persons, it is that fear of being vulnerable. You don't even want to be vulnerable with yourself. Talk less of being vulnerable with someone else. And the key to growth is, one of the keys to growth is you giving yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. The only way you can get to meet the real you, the authentic you, is by giving yourself the permission to be vulnerable with yourself. In this vulnerable state, you get to ask yourself some key questions. Why did I behave the way I behaved? So, we give meanings to things. And so if you get disturbed, maybe you get upset, or you're happy about certain incidents, situations, or with certain kind of people, you want to know why. What is it about that makes you feel happy or makes you feel sad? And this is where reflection comes into play. I talk about reflection and I also talk about, introspection. When you're having that conversation with yourself. So what did I do? Could I have done certain things better? I had this habit of before going to bed at night, I just play back how my day went. And I just asked myself, okay, I had this conversation, took certain actions. Right now, here, when I'm at peace, I'm calm. Do I still feel good about the way I reacted? Do I still feel okay? Is there something else I could have done? And when you form that habit of having such conversations with yourself, you will begin to notice the pattern you have and some of the behaviors that you have. And then you can identify your strengths and your weaknesses. When you know your strengths and your weaknesses, the next is ask yourself, how can I improve on my weaknesses? How can I use or leverage my strengths to achieve my goals? So these are very key things that you want to give yourself the permission to understand. Now, what are some ways of practicing self-awareness? I've given you some keys already. I've talked about reflection. I've talked about introspection. What about journaling? How many of you have journals? Okay. It's very important to keep a journal of your day-to-day activities. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is to write about your feelings. How did you feel when certain things happened during the day? And why did you feel that way? What came through for you just thinking about it? You know what happens when you make a habit of journaling, like day to day, you do that for 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. I want you to take time to go back, do it for like 30 days if you want to. And then take time and study all the emotions you felt, why you felt them. Because when you write things as they are happening, by the time you're reviewing, it gives you a better knowledge of yourself, gives a better knowledge of the situation, and by so doing, you get to understand you yourself. Who am I? Those feelings you have can begin to point you to who you are. You can say, don't do this. So when each time you do this, I get angry, I'm triggered. And then when you practice introspection, the next question to ask is, so why am I triggered by that? Why does it trigger me? So journaling is very critical. You want to journal. And you get to even see the way you grow. So sometimes you could see that what used to trigger you 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 2 months ago, that right now it doesn't trigger you, right? You can just smile with it or rationalize it and you move on. So you want to get to know who you are. Self-awareness is very key. Without knowing yourself, it's difficult for you to attain success. It's difficult for you to be an effective leader. When you talk about leadership, when you talk about success, you need to understand who you are. Without knowing yourself, how can you lead others? A blind person leads a blind person. It doesn't work that way. So if you're in any leadership position, I would really encourage you to spend time with yourself to get to know who you are. Get to know what motivates you, what drives you to want to achieve that goal. I want to say, what's your why? Why are you invested in that goal? Why are you in this business? Beyond the income, what is it about you that makes you want to do this? That makes you want to stay here? That makes you want to give certain kind of value? You need to peel it like an onion. You know how you get an onion and you just keep peeling the onion, peel until you get to the real substance, the real fleshy onions that you use in making your food. That's how you want to peel the different layers you have as an individual for you to get to meet the real you. And so and you know why this is very helpful? Let me give us an instance, Sometimes you get people who you know too well, people in your space, may begin to say certain things about you or may have some certain perception about you. And the truth is not everyone will like you, not everyone will love you. Not everyone wants to be in your space. And what helps to keep you grounded when all the stuff starts with, especially when you're in your becoming journey, is that because you know who you are, you do not always get to see and measure yourself through the lens of other people. I'm not saying that feedback is not good. Feedback is very important to for getting to even know who you are, because um, people have perception about you either because they've engaged with you, they've dealt with you, they're your colleagues or family, and they get to see an aspect of you which you may not even know. But at the same time, you don't want to totally see yourself through the lens of other people. You want to be able to take constructive criticism, you want to be able to take constructive feedback, and get to know who you are. Welcome everyone. I see you, Madam Adenike. Thank you so much for joining. I see your new day. Thank you, thank you. And please, if I do not call your name, it is not intentional. Welcome, welcome once again. Madam Adenike says, thank God it's Friday, House of Excellence. I believe we all had a fulfilling week. Our weekend will be glorious by God's grace. Shalom. Thank you for that amazing prayer and wish. And I also wish all of us an amazing, amazing, glorious weekend. So back to our conversation on getting constructive feedback and getting to know who you are. Very important, very critical. But at the same time, you want to be anchored in who you are, the knowledge of yourself, so that you don't keep seeing yourself only through the lens of other people. Now, why is this important? It's important because when conversations are going all around, and sometimes you may begin to self-doubt because you don't know yourself. But if you have a deep understanding of you, and when these things happen, you say, this is not me. This is definitely not me, but this is for someone who's already self-aware. People sometimes misconstrue, project, and all of that. And that's why it's important for you to get to know yourself, spend time with yourself, and know what is true for you. So when you hear those things that are not in alignment with who you are, you can just keep moving on, and you don't allow it to distract you. Because in your journey of becoming, a lot of things are going to happen, a lot of stories will be told, a lot of experiences will be shared, but what comes true and what holds true is you having a solid belief in yourself. But like I said, please give room for constructive feedback. It's a one way of also getting to know yourself. You will know when someone is giving you feedback from a place of love, or someone gives you feedback from a place of I want to tear you down. You will know, right? So just know that and build yourself to accept certain kinds of feedback that will enable you to become a better version of yourself. Now, self-awareness is very critical if you want to build and sustain healthy relationships. You cannot come into a relationship and expect to be the best in that relationship, your best self, your besties, and make the relationship wholesome if you're still struggling with getting to know yourself. There's a level of maturity and emotional intelligence that you bring to the table in a relationship when you know yourself. Haven't you heard of adult babies, right? So it's not just about the age, it's about the emotional maturity as well. Learning to deal with certain kinds of things. How do you react when there are conflicting issues? When you are in disagreement with a certain person's perspective, how do you react? Some people get also toxic. Rather than addressing the issue, they address the person. You see them leaving the issue and attacking you. Why don't you say such things? If the issue at hand, because they have nothing to say, or perhaps they cannot articulate what they want to say in a manner that is convincing, right? The next thing they attack the person. And so you're so this, you're so that, and then and it's beyond the issue, now it's about the individual. So self-awareness will make you understand how you react in conflicting situations, so you know, is this my weakness? I need to work on it. Because the idea of really becoming self-aware is for you to become the best version of yourself. So if there are things you're not doing well, you want to look at how can I work on those things. If there are things that are your strengths, you want to leverage that to achieve your goals and to build beautiful, sustainable relationships. Now, if you want to achieve your goals, I remember at the beginning of the year, we all set out goals. We had a vision all written out for 2021 and beyond. How can you achieve these goals if you don't even know what motivates you? You see, life will always happen. Life will throw things at you. Life will make you feel so tired. Sometimes you don't even feel like showing up. Some days can be more challenging than the others. You just feel like this is it. Why am I in this? I don't want to show up. I don't want to do this. You just want to give up. Now, having a deep understanding of what can move you from point A to point B is important. So when you are at that ground zero level, when you are in that situation where you're challenged, what do you do to motivate yourself? For me, some of the things I love to do is to listen to worship music. I love to watch movies as well, comedies, you know. So these are some of the things that make me feel good. What about you? So I want you to take out your writing pad and begin to reflect on what motivates you. It's one thing to set out a goal and another thing to achieve those goals. So if you are not very sure what motivates you, when life happens, when pressure hits, you will find it convenient to make excuses why you shouldn't continue on your journey of achieving your goals. But quitting is not on the table. Nah, it's not on the table. It's okay to catch your breath. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest. But it's not okay to quit because quitters never win. And life will not always be fair. No, life will not always be fair. So rather than stay grumbling about how challenging times are, what can you do? If you're living in Nigeria of today, my dear, you need to know what motivates you. Because one minute your emotions might be so excited and high, and then something happens and it goes. If you're in business, you need to know what motivates you. One minute you hear that, oh, the dollar has dropped, the Netflix has increased, prices has gone high. I asked someone for how much a bag of gari is sold in Enugu. I was told it was, I think it was 60k or thereabout. And after like 2 or 3 I was like, okay, how much? And I was told it was another price. So can you imagine if I'm in business of, you know, and I need to buy the gari, and I've made my projection and all that, it can deflate my emotions. And that's why it's important that you get to know yourself, know what motivates you, and key into what motivates you. You can find yourself depressed if you don't do some of these things. You need to understand, how can I be in this for the long run? And now let me take a time to address a business owner, entrepreneurs, vendors, business owners. This message is for you. I want you to remember why you started that business in the first place. If indeed you took out time to think, because not everyone really takes out time to plan their business, you know, to think about the future of the business. But if you're one of those people who really believe in being in the business for the long haul, you definitely believe that beyond funds, there's a transformation in value you're bringing to the table through your business. I want you to begin to think how you can keep your business and the members of your team motivated in the long run. Especially across the globe, because team motivation is now a key thing. How do we keep ourselves motivated? Especially when the funds are not coming in. How do we keep ourselves motivated when sales slows? What do we need to do? These are key questions I want us to honestly answer. And then what about what happens when you're in a relationship with someone and over time we all evolve, we grow, you know, we change, aging with. And some people begin to get very toxic. How do you deal with that? This is why it's important that you know yourself. Know your values. What values do you have? You can't go into business without knowing your values. Otherwise, you would flip-flop here and there without having anything to show for it. Your client or your customer should need to say, this is the value of our business partner. They wouldn't do this. No, they wouldn't do that. So your value system as a business is very important. Welcome everyone, welcome Miracle, welcome everyone, nice to have you here. So So you want to really make out time to get to know you. This is not a conversation we have every day. Most of us don't think about that. Who am I? So I want you to ask yourself this question. Who am I? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? What makes me angry? And when I'm angry, what do I do? Are there things that I need to work on? When you're able to answer some of these questions or all of these questions, and you begin to note the areas that you want to work on, it begins to be easy for you to know who you want to be in your space and who you want to get into business with and all of that. It makes decision making very easy at all levels, either at the business front or the home front. At the personal level, you can make decisions easily when you get to know who you are. But when you don't know who you are, if you allow people to define who you are for you, that's what they say when you see someone who the person is never steady. The person is always flip-flopping. So, in Igbo we say, awful child, meaning that the person doesn't have a steady character. Anyone you see that doesn't have a steady character, means that the person is not self-aware. So spend that time to get to meet yourself. I want you to think about taking yourself on a date. You could take a date in your home. Get to know you. Ask yourself critical questions. And I'm going to give us one assignment. I love to give you assignments. Can you begin to journal your thoughts? How you behave when you come across certain things, right? How do you react under pressure? Some of us are always able to hold it together, we're rational. Some of us, we cannot take pressure at all. What triggers you? You want to note all of this. So every day before you go to bed, if you don't have a journal, go get a journal, 40 leaves, 60 leaves, 80 leaves. These days, they have beautiful journals with a lot of inspiring, daily messages. Get one for yourself. I have different kinds of journals. Get one for yourself and then begin to note some of these things. Okay, I promised us today that I'm going to give gifts to some amazing people today. And so I want us to get ready. I have a gift, whatever. So I have something beautiful for you that would also help you in the journey of self-discovery, self-awareness, your growth. I have a gift for you. So come the 28th and 29th of June 2024, in the Coal City, Enugu, will be hosting the She Speaks Summit. She speaks to make a difference. Your voice is beyond the vocal sound. It's about who you are, what you represent, your influence, the impact you're creating in the world. And so this year, we're going to be focusing on creating legacies. 28th and 29th of June 2024. Who's excited? I know our alumni are excited because June is a month we always look forward to host our She Speaks Summit. And this time we brought it back from Lagos right into the Cold City, Enugu. So make arrangements to join us. Registration details are right there in the comment section. Click on the link and then you'll get further details. But we also have a gift for those of you who are trying this Friday night handout. We haven't unveiled some of our sponsors, and we'll be doing that much later. But we have some sponsored tickets, and I'm going to give out 2 tickets tonight. Yes! Who is excited? I'm going to give out 2 tickets, 2 premium tickets tonight. And the 2 premium tickets I'm going to give out tonight will be for those who can attend the She Speaks Summit, please. I would always say, don't just grab tickets if you're not going to be in attendance. So please, if you can, you're showing of attendance in Enugu, it's just a ticket to the event. You need to pay for other logistics. If you're out of Enugu and you want to attend, you need to take care of all your other logistics. But if you're in Enugu, then you can join us because your ticket entitles you to a buffet meal, get tea breaks, we get workshop materials, we get customized souvenirs, a whole lot of stuff. We get to meet and greet some of our expert coaches and trainers in the house, and also meet with fantastic women who are also in the journey of becoming the best version of themselves. So we're going to give out 2 tickets tonight. Are we ready, team? Okay, we're going to select 2 women right away. This is strictly for women. Now, I'm going to ask 2 questions. And the first person with the response to the 2 questions will get the free premium ticket, not the VIP ticket, premium ticket. And let me tell you, that premium ticket is valued at 250,000 naira. So you know the value of what you're getting. The ticket for the She Speaks premium ticket is 250,000. So if you get a ticket tonight, it means that you're getting a value of 250,000 naira. Okay, first right response. What is self-awareness? Ooh, let's see. Who will get it? What is self-awareness? The clock is ticking. What is self-awareness? Do we have a response here? What is self-awareness? Okay, that's number 1 question. Whoever gets that right, good. And I talked about the importance of self-awareness. Who can give me 3 key reasons or 3 key things why it's important to become self-aware? 3 reasons why it's important to be self-aware. The first one is what is self-awareness, and the second one is 3. There's 3 is also reasons why it's important for you to be self-aware. Okay, we leave that there. You know, sometimes we have a lag, and let's see. I see someone. Can we highlight that? I see someone say self-awareness. Self-awareness is knowing and understanding who you are. Yay! So we have our first winner for tonight. And we are going to say self-awareness is knowing and understanding who you are. Congratulations, Sophie, you have worked yourself a premium ticket tonight. Who would our second winner be? I said, give me 3 reasons why. 3 reasons. Oh, we also have Easter Queen Adasa. I hope I got to start this deeply. Self-awareness is discovering your potential. Yes, but not, discovering your potential. It's about understanding your potential is part of who you are. So it's all part of it, your weaknesses, your potentials, and all of that. So let's see. If anyone says self-awareness is all about making yourself known to others, good nutrition of just your name, what you need to person, all these still are winner in that respect. So all the congratulations. We have a last question, which I said, give me 3 key things. We have a winner now. Why is it important to be self-aware? I see something. I see. This is good. Okay, so we don't have anyone yet, but we'll come back and we'll look at the responses. If we have a winner, we'll contact the winner. But we've gotten the first winner for the first question, and congratulations, you won us a premium ticket. Alright, so we need to wrap up tonight. I hope you got some nuggets from our conversation tonight. And next week, we have another big one coming up. We're going to be talking about gratitude. We're going to be talking about gratitude. And we're going to wrap up the month of May with a conversation on honor. See, that May is really loaded. When we look at different aspects of self-actualization, really. So today we talked about self-awareness. Next we will look at gratitude, and we're going to wrap up this beautiful month of May with a conversation on honor. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you for joining in. I hope you had a nice time with us. Please tune in next week Friday, same time, 7 p.m. West African time for another interesting episode of the Friday night hangout. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Good night. Love you all. And I look forward to seeing you next week Friday. Bye for